Hi, you guys. So I wanted to come on and to talk about this Monique and DL Hughley saga because it continues. Um, so yesterday, you guys should be aware because the video is up here on this channel as well. Monique, she made reference to an old video that DL Hughley had an interview with Sway from years ago. Um, and she made reference to a statement that he made about his daughter, his younger daughter. And her point was to say that he wouldn't even protect his own child. I guess that's what she was trying to say. So black women should not expect protection from him. And she, of course, in the next video, the video that she put up, which I posted some of it, but the full video, of course, is at her Instagram. I think it's like 45 minutes long, but I kind of just wanted to post what she was trying to say. And she, of course, explains that someone sent her that video um, to kind of make her point, I guess, whatever she was saying during her stand up about how he's not trustworthy as far as him talking behind her back and saying she wasn't worth the money that she was asking for Netflix and all that stuff, right? So that was her point of kind of hitting back at him with the whole video about him saying that he didn't believe his daughter. Now, I understand people what they're saying as far as she might be hitting below the belt. But with that said, he did make these statements. This interview is out here. You can look it up. So it's out there. It's something that he put out there himself. So I get what people are saying. However, the fact that the interview is old and people don't like the friction and the back and forth that we're watching go on between these two professionals. Um, but I also think that people are forgetting that DL is saying things as well, right? I feel like for whatever reason, whenever Monique says something, it stings. Like it's like a bee, right? She's on his neck, as we say. She's definitely stepping on his neck. That's kind of how it feels. But if you really listen to him, he's saying things as well. He's speaking on her husband, sexuality, and some people may not be aware of that, whatever it is, right, or whatever it is he's trying to say with that. He said some other things about her too that are personal and that are his. It's just his personal opinion. Um, Hi, Jay. That are just his personal opinion. Um, so they're going back and forth. She's not doing anything to him that he is not doing to her. But for whatever reason, when it is coming from Monique, it seems to have a different feel for whatever reason to people. But I hear the stuff that he's saying as well. Now, I'm going to read the statement because his daughter went under Monique's video when she put the video up about the interview with Sway and DL. And I don't know how many years ago, but that video is it's an old interview. Um, and to my understanding, he's interviewed with Sway several times. But his daughter's name is Ryan. This is the oldest daughter. This is not the daughter that she was referencing in this conversation. But she said, "Hi, I'm Ryan Nicole Shepherd." I'm just going to read it to you guys. Thought I added it on here as well. Okay. Yeah. Um, D.L. Hughley and LaDonna's eldest daughter. You now publicly disrespected my mother, who I love and care for very much, and my baby sister, who I love and care for very much, to get back at my father, who I love and respect and care for very much. At this point, I feel like you are asking my family and myself to act out of character. Out of all the things you could have legitimately said about my dad, if that's the route you wanted to take, you chose to be deliberately mean and hurtful to two Black women who have nothing to do with this conversation. Using my mama and my sister to show people my father's character only shows how little mental stability, dignity, morality, and respect you have, not only for yourself but other Black women. You're clearly too crayons short. You're clearly too crazy. You can just hear her. I don't even know what her voice sounds like, but you can hear her going off, right? You, you're clearly two crayons short of a full box, sis. You're disgusting. You absolutely need to keep every single member of my family's name out of your poisonous mouth. Not because you can do us harm, you can't, but because you are adding to the historical and systemic disrespect and trauma of other Black women who you claim to love. And for what? Let me turn to the other page. And for what? A concert lineup discrepancy. All you've done is proven that you have no moral compass. Nothing is too far in your quest to prove a point. I'm blessed that my parents raised me, who have no idea who had no idea you could possibly go here. We Hughleys are going to have a good ass day and a blessed life. You could tell she going in, right? We are healed, we are whole, and we love each other fiercely and deeply. You can continue to live in that scorched earth kingdom of yours. Uh, get some help, ma'am, for real. And if you want to have this conversation in person, I'll happily give you my address. And then she put the little hearts around the emoji. Um, yeah. So the daughter she's not feeling it. She's not feeling it at all. And you could tell by the stuff that she said in that statement. Like I said, for whatever reason, and obviously it's going to feel that way to his daughter. Um, but for whatever reason, when Monique is saying things, it's like I said, it's stinging people. But when he is doing the talking, people forget that he's saying things as well. Um, and I'm not talking about her stand up. I'm talking about the stuff that she's just posting so far on her page. Um, he went on his platform and he had a whole spill, and I put that on here as well. So, um, people can hear what he had to say. So he is going back and forth with her. She's not just going live and going in on DL, right? It may feel like she got her foot on his neck, but he's definitely coming back and saying things to her. That's my whole point. So he posted earlier today, he said, the love between our family is evident and clear. And while I'm beyond proud of the way my eldest daughter handled this disgusting attack, this is not their right. This is not their fight, excuse me. They have been repeatedly attacked for no reason. This needs to end. I'll speak my mind on this later on today. Now, I don't know when later on today is going to come because I don't know where you guys are at, but it's 8 o'clock where I am. And to my understanding, he is scheduled to do a show at Irvine Improv tonight. Last night, tonight, and tomorrow. So I don't see any videos up of what he had to say during his set. So I don't know if he's speaking on Monique while he's working. Nobody's putting it out here. So I don't know. I don't know if after his show he's gonna go live. I'm not sure what his plans are. Um, when he's saying tonight, or maybe he changed his mind because that was like 8 hours ago, based on his Instagram page. So I don't know what to really say. And I mean, When do we say when? And who is someone that they both respect that can say enough, right? I mean, who's that person? I really don't know. I don't know who they have in common. And personally, I feel like Monique need to let all these people go. She just need to stop even dealing with them if they taking her to these levels, right? If they have to take her to this point, I think she needs to let them go. And I think 50 kind of said something like that, like let's just hit them with the good work, with the doing well. Let's just do well and let that speak for us. Um, because I feel like Monique is one of those people. If you come for her, if she is feeling the need to come for you, she's going to do that. Like she's never been that way. I've seen her live a few times, and she's never been that way. She's that type of person. Like if that's just the way she is, and I mean, some people call that when how people wear their heart on their sleeves, right, or on their shoulder. um, she's just that way. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, or if it even matters. But if people are doing things to her, she's probably going to speak on it. And that's why some people believe that they did this intentionally, right? Because they knew that she would respond. And maybe she should not have responded. I don't know. I'm not the one to make that call, but I just feel like maybe some of these relationships she might need to drop. You know, that's just how I see it. Because if you can't trust these people, then just don't even deal with them. It is what it is. Like if they don't like you, you don't like them, and you guys can't handle each other in a professional manner, and at least go and get booked on the same in the same place, and without it being some foo la la, then y'all probably shouldn't even, like, you don't call me and I won't call you. We can leave it on that. Like it's a lot of it's some other comedians out here. I mean, it's not like it used to be, but it's still some people coming up. It's still some people that are still, out here from her era and his era. They don't need to work together. And I'm not just talking about Dale, I'm talking about all these people. I feel like she should just let them go. And I feel like when she make that decision to do that, things will probably go better for her. Just don't, like, when people giving you that, just let them go. Because I kind of get the feeling it was a setup too. Like, I just feel that way. Because I find it hard to believe that Monique and DL did not have a conversation about who was going to open and who was going to go last, considering who they both are. Like, so it's that part for me. It's hard for me to move past that, to believe that she didn't know that she wasn't, like she just went up there and lied and said that. Like, where's the evidence that she went up there and lied and said that? We still haven't been presented with that, right? And so it kind of lets you know that this is bigger. It's bigger than what is, we're being told. And like I said, people try to make certain people victims because maybe they feel like the other person have the upper hand in the argument, but he's not a victim in this, because something clearly happened. And like he said, she's not trying to get to the bottom of it, but he's not either. That's how I see it. He's not trying to get to the bottom of it either. So it's like, okay, and now they got the children and the husbands and the spouses, and Steve Harvey got something to say. This one and that one got something to say. Um, yeah, I mean, so he's not trying to end it either. And so I don't know what happened, and that's kind of how I feel about it. And I'm not looking at her in any kind of way, because I don't blame her. Like, if somebody crossing her up like that, and she knows that that's what they're doing, I probably would do the same thing. Um, and she is a comedian, and so people should expect her to say what she's going to say in her jokes, because that is a part of it, right? They can talk about life, they can talk about real things that they're going through, right? And there's people in their audience, people can relate to what she's saying, because people do underhanded shit to people all the time, right? In real world, in real life. So she's not the only person that has had to battle with stuff like that, right? Um, I think that Hollywood stuff is next level grimy, right? Because then they kind of click up on you and try to, tell you that you can't eat off of this. And I think for black people to do that is, I've said that before, I just feel like that's an ugly look when you see black people doing other black people like that in a business where they don't want your ass there anyway. Okay. So let's be clear about that. And I said what I said. I don't care who you are, from Oprah on down. They don't want you out there anyway. You're there simply because you were a money draw for them. And y'all know who they are. And at the end of the day, you shouldn't be walking through that industry treating another black person like that, because you don't see other people doing their people like that. You rarely, rarely, rarely hear these kind of outbursts from other groups of people, if you hear them at all. And when you do hear them, it's extremely rare. But every time you look up, it's black folk going at it with some other black person about a whole lot of nothing, right? About a whole lot of nothing, and all adds up to ego at the end of the day. But I digress. I don't know if he's going to speak on this tonight or not, but at some point he probably will. Maybe he'll do it tomorrow. Maybe some video will pop up of him at the improv, and he'll say what he want to say. I don't know. The other story that's kind of out here is the story about Michael B. Jordan and Lori Harvey. Now, the blogs are saying their sources are telling them that they have parted ways. I noticed from her Instagram page, I don't see any photos of them as a couple anymore. I'm scrolling through her page. I don't see any sign of them as a couple. And I feel like I've seen pictures of them together before on her page. But her page is looking very business-like. It's really just her as an influencer. And so when you go to his page, then I still see pictures of them. So I don't know. I don't know what's true and what's not. I see pictures of her on his page dated. Oh, this says February 16th. So that is kind of a while ago. Oh, March 29th. So he is kind of, he has more images of them together than she does on his Instagram page. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's supposed to tell us something or not, but there's no official statement from him or from her, to my understanding. So I don't know what to believe. It could be a thing that because people are not seeing them together, they just believe that. They just think that they're no longer together. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. If you have thoughts on it. Because some people in the comments and on Twitter, they're kind of saying they didn't believe they were a couple in the first place. People felt like people felt like she is probably, I don't know why. This is all allegedly. I'm not saying this. This is coming from comments on Twitter and, on the blogs. They felt like maybe she's for hire, as far as, girlfriend for hire. These people who don't really have a good connection with the black community, because remember, there was a lot of talk about the women that he chooses to date, which I don't care. It's none of my business. Um, but in order for these people to get the support that they feel like they need in order to impress these other people, to get in, to get whatever it is that they're trying to get, or to make people think that they have that support, they will, you know, pander. So I don't know. Some people felt like they were not in a relationship the whole time. I don't know that I believe that. I thought they looked pretty much like a couple to me. Um, but I don't know. He's never necessarily said he didn't like black women at all. So I don't know what's going on with that. And like I said, I would think that he at least would, since he is the celebrity per se in that relationship, would post a type of statement. But I don't see anything. I see him May 8th in a picture with his family, and that's the last picture that's on his social media platform. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about both these stories in the comments. Do you have thoughts on DL Hughley's daughter going into Monique's comments and kind of saying it, how she feels about her bringing up her sister. But like I said, in all fairness, that video is out here. You know, it is out here, and he did make those statements. So she didn't say anything that DL honestly did not say. Is she using it in for her own use or weaponizing it as you want? As he said, she's weaponizing femininity. I mean, a feminist. Being a woman. Um, I don't know if she's. Yeah, I guess she is. I guess they both are. They're. That's what they're doing. Like, let me know what you guys think about both stories, about Lori and Michael, and then DL and Monique. Do you think it will ever win? Do you think somebody that they both respect will step in and try to tell them to cut it out? Because I mean, this could go on all summer. This could just this could just go on and on and on, right? Especially as how long these people have known each other. They date back to what, late '80s, early '90s, somewhere in there. They probably know a lot of things about each other. Just imagine, and they just start pulling out, pulling out kind of foolishness out on each other. Just imagine how long this could go. So I don't know. Maybe somebody that they both respect will try to tell both of them to calm down, just kind of let it go. Um, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.